Hello, my minions, and welcome to the stream. I am Kalcifer, the great and powerful fire demon, Queen of Hell, Empress of the Ethereal Flame, Overlord of the Eternal Flame. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to some Final Fantasy XIV. Y'all, it's been a week, and it's Wednesday. I just dropped a piece of popcorn. My life is hell. Where'd it go? I'll find it later. Life is hell, and we're here. I told you I was streaming today. I thought I did. If I stream on Monday, you can count I'm gonna stream on Wednesday. I forgot where I was! Oh, shit! Hi, careless. I was told to stall for a bit. Graceful's on her way home. Yeah, well. Sometimes. Holy shit. Do you have to stay the night? I was going to start the trial. Wait, hold on. We're moving. You're gonna stall. I've also eaten a lot of my popcorn. Why can't I join your party? It's fine. I'm gonna go fishing. All right. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Wrong thing. There we go. Alright, now we wait. So. Did your last hotel have bugs? Because I would have cried. Like, I would have had a fit. A straight up meltdown. And there was no way. Look at that damn thing. Ooh. I would have just cried. And look, a bug went down my classroom board one day, and I had a kid handle it. Ah! Look who it is. Oh, man. She fucking joined. I was gonna... It's fine, whatever. What? Jeez. Oh my god. Wood drop. Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. Alright. We're back. We're done with the popcorn. I ate that shit fast today. I was eating the popcorn before I started stream. And I'm pretty sure I dropped one somewhere. Oh well. I'll find it later. Minions, I'm fucking tired. Today was disgustingly stressful for no fucking reason. Like, for real. I had a fucking headache. I need a goddamn drink. I see another orange. Oh my god, hold on. There. Rag for, oh, okay. I was like, what? It's been stressful this week. I haven't really talked about a lot of my work stress because I've been trying to keep it on the down low. But y'all, today was just... Today was a fucking day. And it's what I have lovingly decided to call, not actually lovingly, but it is pink slip season. And what that means is people are starting to get fired. Not I. At least not today. Rag plump girl. I was gonna open my M&Ms, but I'm gonna wait. And then I broke 2 nails today. Ugh. I think we started last Final Fantasy stream with fishing. I broke 2 nails because of stupid shit I have to do at work. And I had to maneuver some heavy shit, and it was just real fucking annoying. What? What? Oh, is it because I started moving? My bad. Okay, this is the same shit I had last time. Oh my god, I haven't caught anything. Oop. Huh. So y'all come here often? Oh, I forgot to eat something. I guess I could actually fucking open my M&Ms. It's not like I'm doing too terribly much. Ooh. Aww. Pretty soon you'll get to see me for a long while. Oh, we got seagulls. Oh, shit! Wow. it's over. Now everything's back to being chill. Everyone around me is using like all their shit, and I'm over here just like la la la. La 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 la. Sometimes I say things in a certain way, and it makes me want to play a different game. I know, I'm just so vibing. No. When I went la la la, I immediately started thinking about medieval. We're in the sleeping village level. And the women go la 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 la. And so I immediately thought about that. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm legit just like casting my reel into the water and then eating M&Ms. Were we? Fucking lol. Ooh. Oh god. Oh. squid. Deal. That was quick. I just thought about something. How am I gonna know if I catch this minion? A shrimp. Probably. Oh. Let's hope my surge protector doesn't die on us today, guys. I feel, because Metal asked me the other day. He goes, do you want me to fix the surge protector, or do you want me to just buy you a new one? And I was like, well, I thought you wanted to fix it. But I swear to God, if it dies today, I'm just going to tell him to buy me a new one. Let go. Well, he's gonna buy a new battery for it, and the new battery for it is like 90 bucks. Now, dude, I'm about to go up a level. Oh yeah. Guys, I'm level 69. Nice. Ah, yes. Lame. What the fuck? They're dancing. I'm over on the... I'm posing. What the fuck? I'm being a cutie. They were doing the Manderville dance, too. That's so funny. Oh my god, I'm doing something wrong, that's why. Hold on. No, it's Krill. I had the wrong fucking thing on the whole time, guys. Oh, it's fine. That thing is 200 points. Holy shit. Oh shit! That actually kind of scared me a little. A mahi-mahi. Oh my god. One of my voyage, 2 of my voyage missions are done. You got him? Oh my god. What the hell? My streamer luck is going to other people. Aw. I got him! I got him! I got a junior Jinbei! Oh, that was him, guys! I got him! That's so funny. I got me a little guy. I just need one more small fish and I'll complete all of my Voyager missions. Come on, I need one more. One more small. Yes! Voyager missions complete. I know. A whole ass ecosystem. Aho! Level up, level 70. Oh. Shit, I forgot that's what that does. Let's see, what do I got? Oh, nice. Ooh, that's kind of close. If you get a certain amount, you get a minion. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Oh my god. I got an achievement and I got a title called Goddess of the Land. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh my god, Goddess of the Land. That's me! Oh my god, there's a person here. Oh damn. Hold on, everybody hold on. forgot about this. Let's see. Oh, that's right, okay. I'm gonna empty my inventory out. That can be sold. Let's get out of here. God. Let's get over here. So, you can desynthesize this, right? And you can get a whole bunch of stuff from it. Like, I'm getting this fine sand. Pocket sand. It's for something. And then you also get a water crystal. So my water crystals are going up. Cooking. You need a culinary skill to get it. Well, it's something. So you can either sell it or you can desynthesize it. And then I think you can sell the sand. And this is my last fish, and then I'll be done. do some things. Hold on. Ah, a Jinbei. Okay, sell this. Sure. Because I got a whole bunch of this. Okay, cool. Oh shit. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Oh shit, I'm the one with the fine sand. And drop that off. Cool. I need... sell that, move that. Okay. Where's the Aether? All the way back there? No, there's one over here. This way. I can always pull these out later. Alright. Now then. Now that my inventory has been relatively sorted out, do I need spell speed or skill speed? I thought it was skill speed. Anyway. Ugh. You mean to tell me I can't do that? It is skill? Okay. And then I need to sell all the spell speed ones. Anyway, it's funny, I'm like one away from this. This IV level is... oh, fucking no. Fancy. Oh, 690. Oh, 690 stuff. No. I was just messing. I don't want to do this one anyway. I want to do this. Recollection. One, two, three, four, five. I want to do this. Ha ha ha. That's what we're doing. And we're gonna hope that we get in time. I have a missed phone call. Ah, from Middle. He's on his way home. I say my keyboard.
I am Zelenia Triantaphili, Royal Knight of Alexandria, and sworn blade of Her Majesty the Queen.
Who do I need a dance partner? Is it this bitch? I'll switch in the middle if I need to. Oh, we got a few first timers. Be extra fun.
Upon my blade, I swear, no harm shall come to Her Highness.
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
The sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
Keep moving. Oh, I see why. I see why. I see why that's a thing.
How about you?
Did you just put me in this? Jesus Christ. Over here. I moved. I had to move. Oh my god!
That her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
I'm confused on how that one works. Because I thought I had done it proper. And it turns out I'm a fucking moron.
Heaven's roar!
Oh my god. Like, I literally moved 2 feet.
Have care. Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
This show you the soul of a royal knight! For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike! No more games.
Fuck you, Selene. You already killed me like 10,000 times.
Quickly! Away from the sigils!
Okay.
The sigils channel magic! Be on your guard!
You've no time even to fear my wrath.
You must brace for blade and magic both!
Have at you! My steel! There is no escape! Surge!
I can't imagine being a black knight right now, having to constantly move this spell.
Have at you!
Dude, me too, honestly. Like, that was me a few minutes ago.
Fall!
I see she's found somebody else to pick on. I'm not quite sure what
I
any of
know
this
this
shit
is merely a reconstruction, and yet...
I have pledged my life to the kingdom. Have at you! My resolve shall never waver. I am sworn to protect my queen! I will die before I yield!
I guess she's gonna fucking do that.
Have at you!
You know, there's been some really easy shit in this game, and then there's been some really not so easy shit in this game. Oh my god. I'm dead. I don't want to be up!
That's right. Zelenia was always there to protect me.
This shit confuses me. Okay, now I win, right?
Taste my steel!
Almost there. God. Oh my god, 2x2.
A disgraceful display.
That was rough.
Forgive me, my queen. I have failed you.
That was rough. I died throughout the whole fucking fight. That was a rough day for me. Oh, that's rough.
Did you get what you needed?
I did. Though these figures will complicate matters.
Is that so? Well, if we are done here, then I shall end the transmission. Hold it! If you have no scruples about thus defiling the memories of Zelenia, then there is no way we will ever see eye to eye. You are not fit to be entrusted with the cherished memories of Alexandrians.
I, for one, have no wish to employ the fruits of my research in this manner. It is a waste of time and effort. But since I relinquished my flesh long ago, I must resort to every conceivable method, so long as the hero insists on keeping the key.
Beatrix.
Why do you so oppose our objective?
Because it's fucking
With
crazy.
the key, we would be able to harvest ether from other reflections and bring forth more endless. We could give this chance to evolve not only to the people of the Ninth, but to those of the Source as well. I see no reason why you should reject such a boon.
I actually want to know more. You're aware of the connection between the worlds? Ooh, eyebrow up. How cute.
Oh, don't tell me you thought you were the only ones who knew. That is the height of hubris.
I didn't ask you. That's what I didn't fucking do.
Well, I'd say our conversation has run its course.
I have a chakram that goes a long distance So I'm trying to figure out how we're just accepting of you being a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it.
I know.
And thus does my role come to an end. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Calyx.
As a token of gratitude for consenting to my tests, I leave you with a gift. Be sure to take it with you.
Sphene, don't put that on. Oh god, don't put that on. Is this machine moving? Selenia was kind, but she could be stern. A pillar of strength when I ascended the throne in troubled times. Not only did she protect me, she buoyed... whatever. My spirit whenever it threatened to buckle under the pressure of my station. By preserving her memory and honor, you've done more for me than you could know. Thank you, Naira.
Selenia, it pains me to think that you're gone too.
Aha! Oh, we found you at last.
You missed all the action.
You had us quite worried when you suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened?
Then preservation's objective is indeed what Calyx claimed. But for them to know about the source and the shards, and to refer to theirs as the ninth, that raises some questions.
Indeed. But for now, I'm just glad the two of you are safe. Oh, right. While we were scouring the castle for you, we came upon a room that looked like a library.
By learning about the Alexandria of old, we may gain valuable insights into preservation. Might we take a number of books with us?
So books still remain.
Of course. You are welcome to any that may be of use.
Can you imagine giving a book to one of these people in, like, Alexandria right now? And being like, hey, read this. And they're like, what the fuck is this?
Could we take a look around here first? I'm especially curious about the area over by the throne.
This tiara. It was hers. The Endless Fiends. What's it doing here?
It's a type of regulator, I believe. It contains the data of the Endless Fiend's memories. Calyx likely used it to create the simulant.
Where's your charger?
Which means that as long as the tiara is in our keeping, we shouldn't need to deal with any more simulants. Strange that he would abandon it, though. Perhaps because the simulant already played her role, like she said. Or Calyx made a copy of the memories. In any case, not much information of import appears to remain on this terminal. But I'll make it so we can access it remotely from the back room.
This contains the memories memories of another me. The tale of her journey as Queen of Alexandria. Might I hold on to this tiara? You may examine it whenever you wish, of course.
It would be for the best, I think. Does that work for you, Shale?
No objections from me. All right, I'm finished. Let's head to the library, and then back outside.
Farewell, Selenia.
Actual Fiend's fucking situation is rough. Oh shit, we all the way back here. Wow. The simulant gave the impression that she wouldn't be back, but I suppose only time will tell. At the present, we have no further leads on Calyx. For now, perhaps you could take a moment to contact our friends. It would be good to catch each other up on recent developments, and I am certain everyone would appreciate hearing from you. Just for careless. Yoshtola! If it isn't Naira, is something the matter? So preservation is behind the recent intrigue. It doesn't surprise me. I'm glad to hear you are none the worse for your trials, though. As for myself, I've just concluded a meeting with Gasson. I told him about the cure for love sickness, and we formed a tentative plan to treat all of those who are stricken. For I'm now otherwise unoccupied, so I shall take a look around the government sector to see if aught is amiss. And if this Calyx is assessed with the key, then I ought to begin studying it in earnest as well. Oh, I get to contact all of them. Yes, hello. Naira. Were you to call the blue? Is something wrong? What? You went all the way to the bottom of Everkeep and you didn't think to ask me to come? But I suppose I've been fairly busy myself. I'm pleased to say that we received permission to begin administering the cure for love and sickness to citizens. I'm actually due to visit a boy named Milo shortly to see how he is responding to his treatment. You met him before with Lamatia, I believe. The two of you should attend as well if you have time. Ah, excellent timing, my friend. I had a mind to call you myself to see how you were faring. Calyx. While something is obviously afoot, I couldn't have imagined that such an individual would be involved. 'Twas well you were able to prevent the simulant from sowing further uncertainty. That said, her absence may have consequences. The people of Alexandria still have great trust in Sphene. 'Tis plain in the way they speak of her even now, and in how the simulant was able to win them over. When they notice she has ceased to appear again, rumor and worry will spread. We must be mindful of any pronounced shift in mood of the populace. But forgive me, it's been a battle for you, hasn't it? We can handle ourselves for now, so pray rest up while you can and recover your strength. This is a surprise. Has Wilkelmot gotten into trouble again? I see. Knowing you, I expect you're already looking forward to the next obvious trap. Try not to overdo it. I'm in the outskirts at the moment. I've been helping the people with their work and talking to those I meet to gauge their sentiment. It's been uneventful for the most part, but there is one notable development. Following recent events, some have stopped wearing regulators. This has led to a disparity in what people remember about the Queen's death and the occasional episode of confusion. I'll be sure to let you know if there are any other changes. I see this... stretch. Ooh. Stretch. Water. I get cold all of a sudden. Oh gosh. Aha. What did the others say, if I may ask? They finished treating Milos, then we have to go and visit him. Would you mind if I accompanied you? I understand he's afflicted with the same condition as I was, and I cannot help but worry for him. Of course, we don't mind at all. In the meantime, I shall take myself around Solution 9 and see how things are. I share Alphinaud's concern about the Queen's absence, and even setting that aside, the situation is not like to resolve itself while becoming endless remains an option. I had been meaning to visit some shops, so I shall join Kryle. While everyone's out and about, I'll try to pick up Calyx's trail. I'll see if I can dig up some information about the key for Ystrola as well. I'll help you. It seems we all have things to do, so there's no telling what else Calyx might have planned, so please be careful, everyone. Right, let's go to Milo's apartment. It's in residential radius 914, if I remember correctly. We're in this lull, right, where we have to, like, wait and see what's gonna take me next, like, where it's gonna take me next. And I know some people in chat have already played this, so of course they know what's next. But right now I'm in this lull where shit's obviously going down in the background, but I don't know I can't figure out where it's supposed to be, and we have this teeny tiny little bit of downtime, and it's actually kind of pissing me off. Oh, that's what that quest is. I'm doing the main story right now. I still hate this, because this is like a massive space with nothing in it. Like, why is this over here in front of the door, right? And then there's, all of this is nothing. And then these big ass windows, and then there's this loft space that you can't even access. Like, there's nothing up there. There's a bed. But, like, how do you even get up there unless it's this hatch, right? Is this the fucking ladder? And then there's a bed right here, right? But then there's a sit spot here. And, like, there's too much wasted space in this fucking apartment. I can't deal with wasted space. Like, this is too much. Hello, you came again with Queen's Fiend. I'm glad you came again. I believe he'll be fine now, but just for good measure, I'll administer a healing spell.
I once hoped that Milos at least might
Milos?
be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
You feel different now?
Thanks to Alizé, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life. And I want to be there with him every step of the way. To grow old with him as his mother and not something else.
That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Thank you, Alizé.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless for a little while still, but don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time. That said, we can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects.
Lightning. Does that include regulators?
It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long, though, so it's entirely up to you.
No. For Milos's sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihiola.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
She's like, I don't care about any of this shit.
I'm happy. I can talk again. Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me. But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy. That I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen's Fiend always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back soon. You too, miss.
It's good to see Milos doing so well.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real. And it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria.
She literally woke up, learned that all the shit she ever knew was dead, and then was like, alright, I still want to love my country. These are my people. Let's go.
In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own, one that honors the memory of my other self.
On one hand, I don't want her to put it on, right? Because it sounds like a bad move. I feel like she could get controlled that way. But on the other hand, I'm over here like, wouldn't it be kind of smart if you could, like, get the memories of your other self and, like, see in my mind... Oh shit, I sold on my fucking direct hit. Milos is a kind and brave boy. It did me well to see him. One day I hope that I can speak with him about my other self. Come, let us return to the back room. And on the way, let us pick up treats for our friends. And a little gift to show our appreciation for their hard work.
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded. We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration. The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
What is this? Evolution? What evolution?
She's not wearing a regulator.
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more? Well, don't you feel lucky?
Don't look at me like that. Queen's Fiend said there were only so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an Endless.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial. For the seeds we've sown have already quickened.
What?
The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. I see. The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
The funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
Sometimes I know that they speak to me, but I actually read along with when they speak to me, so I'm always watching the text box, and half the time I miss shit that's going on outside of the text box.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria?
So I'm like,
The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
There's another thing. If she puts on the crown, she can go around saying she's Fiend, and she could be like, hey, you know, don't do this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's probably a bad idea, actually.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge.
So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands!
Oh, shit.
A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview.
What?
Wayakwe is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
Oh, I forgot. Nostalgia and Wakoye have 2 different fucking names, even though they're twins.
That doesn't make sense. Only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
This fucker. Oh god, I already got a headache. Is Metal home? I need some ibuprofen.
Not good. I tried to check the status of the authority but was blocked from the core system. Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
What are we gonna do?
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts.
Oh god.
A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident. For no apparent reason. Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine. So everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait. Is that... Oh gods. More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
I swear to God, Aaronville.
Ill tidings, I take it.
In the outskirts, too?
You'll go and help Aaronville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geo join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
Death flags in my Final Fantasy XIV. Where am I going with my life? Actually, I can just walk. Save money. Oh my god. I got 2 more days. Oh my god, I got 2 more days. I have 2 more fucking days of work. And then I'm off for like 60-something days. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. Oh shit, I'm so fucking ready. Dude. I was just thinking about that. Oh god. Y'all, I'm like legit stressed out of my fucking mind about work. I had a dream last night where I looked at one of my students and I was like, I need you to fucking leave me alone. And they were like, oh, Miss Kalcifer's cussing. Because I don't cuss at the children, right? Like, I've never dropped the F-bomb at work in front of these kids. I've never done like any of that shit. But when I tell you last night I was cussing up a storm at kids in my dream, I was like, ooh, I know I'm stressed when I'm dreaming about telling them to get the fuck away from me. And then work was just shit today. Like at one point, myself and another teacher, we were like, what is happening right now? Like we were stressing out bad. We were like, oh my god. They were like, she was like, how can we make this easier? And I looked at her and I was like, setting it on fire? And she was like, no, we can't do that, Kalcifer. We can't do that. And I was like, but I want to. It'd be easier. These losers over here. What are we doing? Whoa, wait. Wait. Fucking never mind. Things have slowed down, but I still see no sign of Aaronville. Let's split up and look for him. Gula Jasfine, please search in the settlement area. Meanwhile, the rest of us who can defend ourselves will head further out. You know, when I was playing Subnautica, I kept trying to press my automatic move button, and I was like, oh, that's not gonna work. Well, I wanted to start one today. I was like, can we just take this and put it in the fucking trash can? That was a close call. My thanks. As I was leading the soldiers away, I caught sight of this poor fellow being pursued. I went to help, but was rather out of my depth. We're lucky you found us when you did. Aaronville, I'm so glad you're safe. We were quite worried when we couldn't find you. We encountered soldiers on the way here. Most paid us no mind, but some turned out to be hostile. There's no way to tell until they set on you. The ones here also attacked without any warning. If I hadn't been paying attention, it could have ended badly. Hopefully the others were able to escape. We should return to the outskirts and take stock. He's not wearing a regulator. Oh my god, look at the little sharks. They multiplied. Did y'all see that I posted on Twitter for the first time in like 10,000 years? And it was all because of yesterday. Keep, I already know you saw it. It was literally all because of Loca. Oh my god. So I have a Twitter, and I'm supposed to post on Twitter, and I always fucking forget Twitter's a thing, right? So yesterday, Loca tells us in Discord, they're like, hey, so, oh, I wish I could land on this. That's bullshit. This is a goddamn this is a sin. This is the biggest sin I could encounter in my time in Final Fantasy XIV. What do you mean I can't fucking land on this? I want to fucking land on it and ride it because it's moving. What fucking... Unplayable. This fucking game is unplayable. Anyway. So, Loca shares a few messages from Twitter, and it's all about Subnautica 2. And it's people are upset about the fact that in Subnautica 2, you can't kill the fish. And it's not even the little fish, okay? It's literally the big fish. Like the nibbler and the marrow breach and probably the leviathans. I know where the collector leviathan is, by the way, and we came real dangerously close to running up on that bitch on Monday without a tadpole. So we about fucking died on Monday. Had I gone any deeper into the lava zone, apparently he's out there. But people are having this meltdown, right? Because they can't take their multi-tool, and they can't kill the aggressive fish. So the mangoes, the marrow breach, the hammerheads, the four eyes, they can't kill those things, right? And people are generally, for some reason, upset that they can't commit mass ecological destruction, right? And then one person shares a tweet where it's like, you can't even kill the small fish. And Loka's like, my guy, have you played 10 minutes of this game? Because in like the first 10-15 minutes of Subnautica 2, it takes you to an area with an angel node where you adapt the ability to digest the fauna and the flora, right? So you can eat the little fish. And people are just like losing their fucking minds that you can't kill the big fish. And I've seen a lot of discourse about it recently. Like, you can eat them, but you can't just use your tools for murder. But even on, like, Monday, the Sonic Resonator is a really good way to just stun them. And then even the flares are a really good way to distract them. And apparently the flares will work on the Leviathans as well. So there's ways to get away from the creatures. And people are like, well, I don't want to get away from the creature. I want to kill it. And I'm like, okay, so I posted on Twitter for the first time yesterday. And it's literally just me being like, hey, so the point of Subnautica 2 is to adapt to the environment you're in, right? Like, you're supposed to adapt to that environment. You're supposed to learn how to survive around these creatures. And Metal did make a point to me last night where he was like, you know, a survival technique is becoming the apex predator. But at the same time, while I get that, Subnautica 2 is not going in that direction, and people are pissed off that the game's not catering to them. And I would just like to remind everybody in chat and everybody in the future who will watch this stream and watch the YouTube VOD, not everything has to cater to your specific need. And if you are looking for something that's a hack and slash where you just go around and kill shit, there's an entire game genre of hack and slash where you just go and murder shit. In fact, I would lovingly point you to a game called Prototype where you literally just get to kill random players all the fucking time. Or not even random players, random people all the fucking time. Bayonetta counts as a hack and slash. Devil May Cry. Darksiders, you know, like if you're looking for that, oh, I'm scared, or oh, I'm gonna just go murder shit, there's other games for you to play. And if you're looking for a survival horror game where you get to attack the things that are coming after you and destroy them completely, I would point you to something called Resident Evil, where you can kill all the zombies. I would point you to Outlast and those types of games. The Evil Within, Silent Hill. There are games that will cater to exactly what you are looking for. But please do not go onto a new game where the devs have already said this is how our game is going to be, and then tell the devs who are making the game that they're wrong. Okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And that's the same thing goes for if you're going to read a book, or you're gonna watch an anime, or you're gonna read a manga or a movie, or, you know, like if you're gonna participate with a media, that media has specific parameters, that the creators want to cover, that the creators are going to cover, that they're just going to want to do, and it is not your authority that they change those things. It doesn't make sense to me. So, for example, especially for that one, let's talk about Bleach. In Bleach, A 1,000-Year Blood War, I have not actually watched it, but I know about this because I was when it happened, I was acutely aware of what was going on. in Bleach, A 1,000-Year Blood War, Byakuya dies. 1,000% Byakuya just straight up gets murdered. And that was the creator's way of killing off that character. It should have ended there. That should have just been a thing where that character just fucking died in the glorious way that that character died, because he did die in battle. He died like he was outmatched. It was a consequence of being outmatched and not having the strength and power to do what he needed to do. It was great storytelling. That man got so many fucking death threats that he had to rewrite Byakuya's death. Do you know how insane that is to me? The fact that you, as a consumer, not even the fucking creator, as the consumer, you got so fucking pissed at this character dying that you had the sheer audacity to look at this creator and go, "You're a fucking moron. You better fix it or I'm going to kill you." Who gives you the fucking right to do that shit? Okay, I had a college professor tell me one time. She was like, once you write and publish your story, technically the consumer owns it. And I looked at her and I was like, you know, usually you're really, really fucking cool, and I agree with a lot of things that you say, but in this instance, I cannot agree with you. No, I'm not agreeing with you on this one. Because if I'm going to create a story... What? Did you... That's been such a thing. Yeah, he technically was supposed to die, right? But he ends up living. And it's a bullshit way he ends up living. I didn't think people didn't know that. I'm sorry. Spoiler warning if you haven't fucking watched it or read it. But at the time, I was very acutely aware. I didn't even read it or watch it. I was told this information. Like, I was told by the person who was reading it at the time that Byakuya died. And then like a day or something passed, and then that person was like, "Kalcifer, I gotta tell you, like, this is what's going on in the community right now with him dying." And so, like, and then I started reading up on it and stuff, and it was just like, it's bullshit, okay? If I'm going to write a story, and I'm going to put that story out there for people to read, which is an end goal for me. Like, I'm gonna try and write some this summer. I really do want to try and get published. I'm working on it. It's like my dream. If I'm going to write a story, and in that story, let's say I write my first book, right? And I'm working on my second book. What I'm probably going to do as a creator is I'm sorry. I didn't know nobody knew that. My bad. I'm sorry. He doesn't actually die. He doesn't actually die because it's bullshit. He lives. He's fine. He's back up. He gets saved. He's got it. He gets saved because everybody threw a fucking hissy fit, okay? He's fine. But let's say that I finish and I write book 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up reading comments. Wait, I thought it's been so long since that fucking chapter came out. I thought a whole bunch of people just fucking knew. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Jeez, I didn't know. I don't keep up with Bleach anymore. I don't know what shit's out. I do know that Welcome to Demon School Season 4 is out, so if anybody wants to fucking watch Welcome to Demon School, 100% highly recommend. The new season is going to be, or is probably, goddamn fire. I'm sorry. It is. They are releasing 1,000-Year Blood War. Blood Wars has been published, but Blood Wars is just getting animated. So what was I saying? Oh. So, let's say that I write my book, and I'm working on my second book. I've been trying to get this part out, and I've been apologizing for spoilers. I fucking thought... In my brain, people knew, and then it turns out reality was wrong. So anyway. I'm gonna write my book. I'm gonna be reading people's comments, and I'm gonna be kind of looking up what people have said about the first book, right? And I'm gonna take some of that information, and I'm going to adjust that information to see if I can maybe change a few things about my own story, right? And if I determine that my readers really enjoy a character, and I really want to, right? Either I can make that character, like, survive and be this vital backup and last time of need, all this, all this stuff. Or, if I want a super emotional response from my readers, I'm going to kill that character off, right? I have the leverage to do that with these characters. If I end up writing my first book and then I'm working on my second book, and I am going to kill off a character, I have leverage to do that based on certain information that is given to me. Now, I might not actually decide to kill that character off in the second book. I might wait till later. Or I might do a shock and awe thing where the second book starts and there's a shit ton of deaths. But as the creator, I should be allowed to just do whatever the fuck I want to my own story. Like, you get my fucking point. Okay, ow, Jesus Christ, I keep hitting the mic. Anyway, Carlos, I don't know why the fuck your phone's not on a fucking charger. What the hell? You should keep multiple chargers in your car. Any case, sorry again for the spoilers. I thought everybody knew.
Right. We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Oh, shit, it talks. Beautiful.
Geode and his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain. I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier.
Is it someone else?
When I arrived, I found no body. Only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered.
What the fuck? Careless. Careless. Use a fucking toothpick, my guy.
Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take care.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
Oh my god. Careless.
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Oh shit, something's happening.
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right?
Graha, I'll always answer you.
I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return.
I also don't have good news because I can't land on this thing up here, and it pisses me off.
A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people. Kryl and I are helping to render aid, but with the sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
Oh my god, technology's killing people. It's gonna be us in a few years here in America, I swear to God.
I just received word from the back room. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries.
Terrify them.
This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you!
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
You need, tweezers. Get some tweezers and pull it out.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
I shall remain here and speak further with the locals. I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Is it me?
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
She doesn't have a regulator on.
Sphene's gone on ahead. I leave her with you.
Bloody things have gone mad.
Hey, Lathander. him here, stroller. Fuck him up.
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution. This is just like before, when Zerelja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Nobody wants to die, my guy. Like, that's the thing. I sure as shit don't want to die, like, tomorrow. Talk to me when I've accomplished shit in my life. At least these people know how to fucking fight. I'm proud of them. I was gonna say, y'all really think you can go up against my Graha?
No, you don't! Are you all...
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this. If we had been endless, then you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. But now...
That's exactly what all this is for. If only we had done this.
Are you alright?
So many hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
What's a tragedy? This fiend doesn't have any abilities. I feel like her turning out to have lightning aspected powers would be amazing. I thought it was going to speak to me, and it didn't. Thank the 12, you are all unharmed. 'Tis small solace amidst this tragedy, however. The machine rampage seems to have only been temporary. Soldiers and vehicles alike ceased to operate all at once, as if they had fulfilled their purpose. It's the same outside Everkeep, though members of Oblivion are keeping watch for good measure. The first attacks came shortly after the announcement that Neo-regulators had run out. It can't have been a coincidence. I struggle to imagine what anyone but Calyx could gain control. I struggle to imagine that anyone but Calyx could gain control of the soldiers. This must have served his ends in some way. Gulja, are you still without your authority? It's fine now. I am in control again. We might take the opportunity to shut down the machines. There's no guarantee this won't happen again. Lemity just talked with the Everkeep's administrators about that. They said it wasn't so simple. Mechanical soldiers don't only serve as guards, they also perform various vital tasks like providing medical treatment and managing food production. If we shut them down, we'd struggle to render aid to the citizens, let alone restore their lives to normal. I made it so they can't use weapons anymore, though. Hopefully that makes it a little safer. That seems the best approach for now. Thank you for your swift action, Gulja. This powerlessness, I can't abide it. I can abide it no longer. No matter how much hardship and loss we could endure if there was but happiness in the end, yet all I see now is suffering and misery. And I cannot bear it. I want to protect the people. For their happiness, I would do anything and everything. So please, please lend me your aid. Royalty in every sense of the word, I feel like. Oh, Sphene, you found the words I'd wish you'd said back then. Our strength is yours, Sphene. Together we'll get through this. Let us split up and get to work. Might I trouble you to report to Shale, my friend? It's been a tiring day, but it seems worse is behind us. What's the situation out there now? A new entry. What? You move quickly to restore things to normal. Thank you. Yet, while disarming the soldiers is prudent, it is a far from comprehensive measure when vehicles can be commandeered to inflict damage and sow chaos. For the time being, I'll set our people to keeping a close watch on machines. I also have a mind to consult the authorities about enlisting hunters to our aid. I must regain my proficiency in magic. To that end, I shall seek advice from Yostola and Alice. Among the books we recovered from the castle was a grimoire I once used. I hope to learn to wield it again, at everyone's side. Who is at the house? As for the key, I think it's best to it remains in your care, though it means you bear the greatest risk. In order to ease your burden, I shall endeavor to become a capable warrior and make Otis and Elenia proud. I don't know who's at the house. You tell me.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us. How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer. The time is come to pose a new question.
Good God. What are my titles? Oh, I am of the sunless sea.
Look!
Calyx, how are you gonna, Stretch. Calyx, how are you gonna charge your phone? Stretch. If you have a moment, Naira, Geode wants to take stock of the crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first then, let's discuss the state of machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the storm surge, as I did. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electric technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him in scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conservation into an endless that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough, exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he's so ostentatiously trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. He's essentially an Ascian. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can snuff him out. I'll help you. With Galuja and Shell working on it, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolo. Alphino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. if I may, I'd like to join Naira's group, if you'll have me. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. I feel like he's gonna die. You know what I haven't done in Dawn Trail? Ugly cried. You know what I totally did in Endwalker? Ugly cried. I feel like in Evercold, I'm going to ugly cry. I feel like that's gonna be a thing. Did I cry in Dawn Trail? I don't remember. But I definitely cried in fucking Endwalker. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? Me? I'm well enough, given the circumstances. I don't believe you. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. I did cry, never mind. I totally forgot about Aaronville's mom. Careless cried, too. Then the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. Shadowbringers? I actually did cry a little bit for Shadowbringers too. I did do that. I did cry a little bit for Shadowbringers. But I was also a little bit more upset by the end of Shadowbringers because I wanted so fucking Actually, before I say anything, where are you in Shadowbringers? Where you at? Where you at? You guys tell me where you're at in that story before I spoil anything. I already fucking spoiled Bleach, apparently. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx or anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Metal's gonna get onto me. I'm gonna come out of this room and Metal's gonna be like, I can't believe you spoiled that for Graceful. And I'm gonna be like, I didn't know. Okay, so you don't know. I can't tell you yet. You're gonna have to get a little bit further in the story then. He's gonna be disappointed in me. Ugh. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it. So. You all deserve to be happy. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I laid claim to some small measure of skill. Oh, she's a summoner. Or she's either a summoner or she's a scholar. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more effective for information gathering. So you know who the Exarch is? I actually spoiled myself to who he was when I first encountered him, because I went searching for something and it told me who he was and I was like, shit. I guess that makes sense. The two of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Nair and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View and await you there. Oh shit, there's somebody here. When I found out, or when I got there, at the time, the raid series was not part of storyline, and so I had done the side raid series, and I was one of the only people in my friend group who got the option to be like, so where is he if he's not in this castle? Right. You were way ahead of me, and then you were all like, oh. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or two we didn't know before. Nah. It's whatever. You didn't do it. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now I've gone through the registration and I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you're not much time to make up your mind. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neuroregulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Sveen said so. Sveen, I'm gonna need to get back out here. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had to work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what I should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the first day I met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering me a sympathetic ear, though there's not much to tell. Maybe you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he's never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. Naira, a word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard, one we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. Yes, that's it. As soon as I saw the options and I read those options, I realized what was going on. He's targeting people without regulators. The people who died are people who didn't have a regulator on. So Calyx is intentionally scaring people into wearing their regulators so that he can have access to them. The vast majorities of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attack and check whether or not they were equipped with the regulators. Let's ask around the street over to the east. It's pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Like, I swear to God, as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, shit. Because even the person Ehrenfeld was helping didn't have a regulator on. It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages, the old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured, 87 individuals. Casualties, 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators, 0. I know. You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assume the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. Nara, I think it's time we rejoin Krile and Sphene. I was half joking with my boast to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Krile say to meet them in the plaza just outside of Trueview? Let's get going. Look at these assholes. I feel like this is a reference to something and I'm missing it. The fact that there's graffiti here is crazy. You underestimate my pettiness. So essentially you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? While the numbers are still tentative, and only applied to that one zone, we don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data. But this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? It's an easy-ass question! It's an easy-ass answer! Based solely on the lack of a near regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless or if they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they are clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that some resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. Alliance raid? No, not yet. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. Well, the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps the sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. Right, the sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That usher, Malachite, told us the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust which the wind quickly scattered. Confused and questioned the residents, but no one knew what had become of it. Is it the fact that it's pulling their aether? Their soul? That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of the dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if the substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calyx's murderous actions. Yeah, I got distracted by the MSQ, so... Nara, we need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? We can jump through Aethernet. It's fine. It's right there behind me. Damn it. Our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. My nose itches. Oh, not Milos.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
Oh, shit.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
I swear to God, as soon as I got here, I was like, oh no, Milos and his mom.
Go to them, quickly!
That's a big as shit machine.
Wayakwe!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother, please.
Oh my God.
Isadora.
Thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss.
Well, they getting the shit out of Dodge quick. We, like, you load up on the train, you leaving.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
Oh, the promise of tomorrow. Shit's fucked. In ours. Near raids? I've already done all the near raids. This is a different machine than the ones that have been, like, this is a concern, right? I still don't know how you've gotten up to the second bed unless, like, you're just like, I want to go to bed. Click. Oh, well. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending to my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I am sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. I don't remember how to say your name already. Our comrade. You think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait. Please, it isn't safe and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. This eye is permanently on and that actually pisses me off. Like that's good. This is... What? Shit like that makes me mad. Ooh, somebody's around. Isadora is going to be alright then. I'm so glad. I just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other. Then, all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Waiki, whatever the fuck, sent word. I am sorry, by the time we arrived, it was already too late. Vengio could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. I fucking knew it! We need to prioritize securing the residential sectors, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and we've been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Waiki has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck, and stay safe. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Didn't I say that bitch was gonna die? I was like, ooh, I just feel it. I feel it in my bones he's gonna die. See no sign. This way. Everything's so serious, and then my Namazu is squeaky, squeak, 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 squeak. Geode, answer me. There's no response. Look at him try his best. I know, it's like me running. I love him. There are some days where I'm like, I don't want to hear this, but then I just deal with it. And there are other days where I'm like, oh, isn't he the best? Look at him flop. I love him. Look at my little Namazu. Okay, there's no sign of him. There he is.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I love my Namazu.
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Yep. 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 I knew it.
That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
I fucking said something about... If I didn't say it out loud, I said it in my head. Literally, when they were like, oh, they're attacking people without regulars, but where are the bodies going? I was like, they're probably getting the ether.
The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Beautiful. Geode, why would you do that?
You can't be here. You need to run now.
Oh, shit.
A trap.
Didn't I fucking say he was gonna die?
Take care of the others, eh?
God damn it.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe?
I literally said earlier he was gonna die.
Geode!
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
I'm not handing you over shit. I'm gonna kill you.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
It was. That was stupid. Not your proudest moment. I'm stubborn.
I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
This is shit. Oh, this is shit. This pile of dust, these ashes. In the soul cell he left behind, was that his twisted way of returning Geode to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection stolen aether allowed for many more Endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there is not noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let that key fall into his possession, Naira. It falls to us. We must, we will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in reflections elsewhere. Dun 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 dun. We should return to the back room. Shell and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Y-Key to meet us there as well. Y'all, my nerves are shot. And I know my nerves are shot because I've been sitting here and I have not stopped playing with my, like, the sides of my fingers. I've been fucking stemming this whole time. When I tell you I would leave here and I would go back to Eorzea and I would drop the key off with someone respectable for a while and just be like, yeah, I don't got it. I don't got the key. I don't know where the fucking key is. Might go fucking bury it somewhere.
If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Goloja. The blame lies with Calyx. And with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives. What does he even think life is?
He doesn't, he's been dead for a while.
I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Wait, where are you going?
To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
You're gonna die next, I swear to God.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding.
I know exactly where he is. Stretch. He's where the other Endless are gonna be. Shit! Ooh. My back popped twice.
But not right now.
Oh, lip quiver. Lip quiver! Where are y'all besties?
We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Okay. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened to Chihiwa. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Chihiwa used to say that the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to the earth and sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use somewhere to blubber to if you're a shoulder to spare. Right then. Let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. Everkeep, Evercold. I gotta know what's going on! Oh shit, we outside. Alright, let's go, I guess. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've managed to, for a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communication modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Ready? We'll fly close to the pylons, so follow my lead. These air wheelers are Gnault's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in Everkeep. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I whenever I needed to lighten my mood. Sometimes Jed would come along too. We ended up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friends always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. I forget that Everkeep is technically powered by all this lightning. Because the lightning hits the pylons in it. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. I mean, I could have just rode my fucking chocobo. It would have been faster. Phew. Salt cleared my head a touch. You know, Nayara, you might be the first person I've ridden with who was an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least. The memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Alright, let me get in here, and then I'm probably going to head off for the night because I do technically still have to work tomorrow. But I'm almost done. We're almost there. I just know the next 2 days is gonna be a bunch of bullshit and I'm gonna be stressed the fuck out of my mind. Like, I'm already stressed the fuck out of my mind. But just know that I know that it's gonna be worse. Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the Yelling path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Ahem, hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we?
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa.
It was Kafkiwa. I keep calling her Chihiwa.
Will you raise a glass?
Oh.
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Yeah, because they all wore a regulator at some point. And Kafkiwa actually died with hers.
It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode.
Reformation?
I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine, that was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause.
Kafkiwa.
It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier. And learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
Good God. Some good backstory. Nobody drinks that quick. And if they do, they're crazy.
Losing comrades is a hard thing. But being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us.
This is actually kind of heartbreaking because, like, this is gonna sound really fucking weird. But, very recently, like Monday, actually, my mom had to put her dog down, like, Monday. And now I'm in this game talking about, like, loss and remembering people. And I'm just sitting here thinking about this fucking dog. I miss my dog,
But
actually.
These memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course.
This makes me think about all the people I've lost in my life. Makes me want to cry. Ugh. Like, I'm not talking, when I say I miss my dog, I'm not talking about the dog that got put down on Monday. Like,
Right.
I will miss him.
Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
But that wasn't my dog. My dog has been gone since 2012, and she was my baby. I love that dog. I was that dog's person. I know, crazy grief story continues to contain stories about grief. Crazy. Y'all, speaking about my dog, I can look up from the top of my computer screen and I can see her collar. And it's got her tag on it. Okay? And my mom today goes, hey, do you still have that? And I was like, yeah, why? And she goes, well, I want it so that when we're going to make a cross for her, and then we're going to make a cross for the other dog, because they're buried in our corner yard of my parents' corner yard, and they're gonna touch up their graves and stuff, and they're gonna put a cross. And my mom was like, I want her collar so I can put it on the cross, and it'd be like a little placard to her. And she asked me this today, and I on the phone was like, Mama, I'm not giving you the collar. And she was like, well, why not? And I was like, because that's my keepsake. I wanted to keep my dog's blanket, and we wrapped her in it instead and buried her with it. And so that collar is mine. I can look up and see it. You're not getting my fucking collar. That's mine. That's my keepsake.
No.
Fucking miss that dog.
It's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore.
And then all the other people I've missed in my life. I'm about to cry if I keep talking about this. I need to stop. Ugh.
Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx.
Yeah, fuck Calyx. Fuck that guy.
For me, and for everyone who's ever believed in oblivion.
I said something to Metal the other day. I was like, fuck that guy. I was like, you see that guy? Fuck that guy. And Metal goes, Cal, that's a lady. And I was like, yeah, fuck that guy. And he was like, what? Comment stands. Fuck that guy. That's a lady. I didn't stutter. I gotta get off here though, for real. Alright, let me talk to Shill. You're gonna try and bully me? What? I appreciate you helping me through this, and not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. We haven't killed Calyx yet because we haven't found the bitch. Also, I want to check this out again. Where do y'all sleep in here? On the ground? Or is there like a spot where... It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kral for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Naira? Naira, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish attending to Shill, of course. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Hold on. I gotta peruse again, because I can't remember things. Oh, they sleep here, on little cots. But there's only like 2 beds. This one would be my bed, because it's further from this opening. I'm also pretty bad about, like, I don't want people to see me when I sleep. Like, I don't want there to be a way for me to be perceived while I sleep. One time I had to do like a band camp thing, and we were staying the night in our band room. And there was like windows and stuff in the doors, and everybody was like, I must sleep in the center of the room. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Because if you were to, for some reason, walk by, you could look into both those windows and see us, right? So I was like, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I look up at one of the windows and there's somebody staring at me, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. So I slept behind a desk. That's what I did with my life. Anyway, minions, that is actually going to be it for me today. I have got to go. I kind of forgot to tell Metal what I wanted for dinner, so I don't think anything's being cooked. And the thing that I do actually want is going to take too long to cook, so I gotta go figure out dinner. But anyway, minions, this has been Kalcifer, the great and powerful fire demon, Queen of Hell, Empress of the Ethereal Flame, Overlord of the Eternal Flame. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We are going to raid somebody we haven't raided in a while because she's streaming at the same time we are, so we're gonna go pay her some love. And then, minions, I will be back with the next stream on Friday. Either I'm going to be playing Pal World or I'm going to be playing some World of Warcraft. We'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes and we'll see how Friday goes, because depending on how tomorrow and then Friday go, when it comes to my work, I might be drinking Friday, right? Because I say I need a drink, but I don't actually drink on work nights because I'm a lightweight and I will absolutely get fucking shit-faced wasted. So, we'll see. We will see if we're going to do Friday Night WoW, or we'll see if we're going to do Friday Night Pal World. Because like I said, I might be getting drunk. I don't fucking know yet. Or, I'm actually supposed to go out with coworkers on Saturday, so I'll probably save my drunkenness for Saturday. In any case, minions we are going to be raiding. So again, this has been Kalcifer, the great and powerful fire demon, Queen of Hell, Empress of the Ethereal Flame, or Lord of the Eternal Flame. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, whatever time it is for you, minions. And I will see you guys in the next stream, which will be on Friday. So again, look forward to either some Pal World or some World of Warcraft. And then I will officially be on summer break, which means longer streams and earlier streams in the future. Just a heads up, unless I get sick or something happens. So, minions, look out for that. And we are raiding. And I'll try to do an early stream on Friday, too. And a 3. And a 2. And a 1. Raiding. Good night, minions. See you guys on Friday. And I'm out of here.